All right, welcome to CFA Nation. Just as I start the stream, there's a wicket. I have completely lost all my powers as soon as I start the stream. Rohit goes down. Rohit goes down. I'm not sure if they're even reviewing this. Yeah, it's being reviewed. What is up, everyone? Welcome to CFA Nation. I am jumping on in the third session for just a few, few overs here because I just wanted to hang out with you all, talk about what's going on. This match is all but done. I mean, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. This match is over. I don't think it hits the bat. Looks like it could be a little high and a little outside. There's no mark on the hot spot. Let's look for an ultra edge. There's no bat involved there, so it looks like it is not going to be a wicket after all. It's missing. It's definitely missing. It's definitely missing. Any reviews? They retain the review. And the wicket is taken off the board. Thank goodness. Hazelwood. The new nightmare. These umpires are so biased. AJ, what's up, AJ? How are you doing? You think they're biased? I mean, you couldn't have heard anything. I'm not sure if hearing the pad sounds the same as hearing the bat, so I'm not sure how he made that call. I'm not sure. But they reviewed it wisely. Ooh. Yeah, that almost hit the stumps, but that's going to go. Oh, not for a 4. That's going to go for a 1. That's going to go for a 1. How's everyone doing today? It is looking very much like match 3 is in the bag for Australia. India would have to survive something like, 120 overs or some nonsense, 125 overs to survive this match. I don't see it happening. What's up, everybody? Suman, AJ, I am doing good. Now, is that an edge? That's quite the appeal by Hazelwood. It didn't look like an edge to me, or at least like it was caught to me or hit the stumps to me at first look. Will they review it? He's going to review it. He's going to review it. What's up, official man? Ashish. We already got some back and forth in the chat. I love it. Boomer, what's up? Yeah, there's no way. There's no way they're going to get that one. That should be a lost review right there. That should be not out. I don't see any spot in the bat there. That's just hitting the pad. Yeah, that's not hitting the bat. Hazelwood, he seemed to be so sincere about that one. What's up, Renell? Laughter Express, Manav, Vignesh. What's up, Prathamesh? How are you doing? We'll get to the races remarks in a second. What's up, Saganisha? Watch my Washington football team barely hang on to the Bucks. Please give me comfort. I'm sad. Saganisha, air hug, my friend. That's not a wicket either. Hazelwood's really trying to get this wicket in his 4th over. He's tried twice. Got the call once. Didn't get the call there because it was not a wicket. Sorry about the Washington football team. I mean, they went on like their 5th quarterback or something like that this season, and they made a game. That's quite interesting. Cheyenne, what's up? Varun, how are you doing? CFA land. Yes, how are you doing? Gosh. That sounded good, they say. Oh, man. I have heard a little bit about the racist remarks. I don't know the full story. Jadeja, injured. Shami, injured. Pont, injured, which that one might not be as big of a blow with how many catches Saha had today. Weren't they known as the Redskins or something? The Washington football team, yeah, Washington Redskins, for the longest time, for decades. Paddock Holes in action today. Karnataka are playing Jammu, Kashmir, and Smat at ODI match. Oh, let me know how he's doing. Let me know how he's doing. What's the story with the racism? What's the story? Where is it coming from? Someone share the story with me. Let me know as much as possible, as much as the true story as possible. Something that we would find in an article or something. If India wins this test, then this will surpass the history created last tests. If they win this test match, yeah, they're not going to win this test match. They'd have to survive another 115 overs or something. I don't see that happening. Some people in the crowd called him a name. Okay. The spectators abused him. All right. As long as it's not, I'm not saying that's okay. I'm not saying that's okay. That's messed up. But they need like 400 runs. 400 and some change. Let's get the exact score that they need. Let me see. Where is it at? Okay, they need 382. They need 382. There's at least 31 overs left. 90 overs tomorrow, so that's 120 overs. I don't see it happening. I mean, they're knocking it around, that's for sure. They're at 26 runs in the ninth over. That's high for them. High for this Indian squad in test as of late. 46 boys were removed from the stadium for making racist remarks to Indian players on the boundary. Unfortunately, fans are fans. No, I don't think India's going to win this match. I don't see it. I haven't seen it this match yet. They can prove me wrong. I hope they do. I hope both these guys get to. I mean, I don't even care about the score right now. Can they chase 380? Sure. How many times has that happened in history? Before this innings, they were down 407. How many times has a team chased 407 in the second inning? Someone let me know. As far as the racism goes, can't do it, right? You can't belittle players because of racist remarks in any way. I'm glad it wasn't the players on the field, though, because that's what I initially had assumed, which I shouldn't have assumed. I had no reason to assume that any country's cricket team would do that, but that's what I thought you guys were alluding to. Fans, you're going to have fans out there doing fans things, morons. I'm sure all athletes are used to hecklers. All athletes are used to hearing nasty, disgusting things. I don't really know why it would happen at all, but if it was going to happen, if you were going to have these goofballs, why would you do it yesterday when I'm assuming they're fans of Australia? I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that. Why would you do that when your team is kicking butt like they were? I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it's happened. Pitch is real bad. Is that for India's favor or is that Australia's favor? The pitch being bad. I was saying that yesterday. Can we get at least a few hours of rain? Can we get a few hours at least? Because there's going to be at least a few more hours of this match. We're going to get to Smith. We're going to get to Labuschagne in a little bit. I mainly wanted to come on. Hey, what's up, OTD Plant AgeNet? I wanted to come on to hang out with you all, watch some cricket. I don't have a lot of time today, but I wanted to come on just to, have a conversation with you all about this match. On the India side, what needs to change? There's some obvious ones. What are maybe some more detailed analysis you guys can provide? What needs to change? On the Australia side, what do they need to keep going with, and what needs to change on their side? I have opinions on both, and we'll get to that in just a little bit as we watch this match. And if it becomes a miracle chase, then we'll see the beginnings of it. We're playing for the draw right now. Nate, this is fourth inning, second of India, and we'll make interesting scenario. Most of the people might think India might win, even if day ends 140 for no loss, but wickets will fall in chunk. I'd say India's favor. Really? India's favor. Highest score by India in fourth innings in the last 10 years is 360 approximate. Stokes chased 389 in Ashes' third test after England got bowled at 60 runs. Wow. And that was recently. That was the one that they showed on the test, right? Stokes was a monster. Crowd abuse is part of playing in foreign conditions, especially Australia and England crowds can be nasty. I find it hard to believe that you're not going to get nasty crowds anywhere in the world. And that's not any disrespect to any other countries out there. I know I've not been to every country in the world. I've not been to most of them. I've been to very few of them outside the U.S. Okay? So I'm not trying to be Mr. Assumption, but just, going off of averages and human nature, right? I'm assuming it could happen anywhere. I'm not excusing it. Definitely not excusing it. But, I've been to sporting events here in the States, and maybe we're nastier here. I have no problem saying that. Maybe we're nastier here, but I've heard some very, very nasty things at every single sporting event I've been to. I really have. Oh, that was close by Hazelwood. He really wants to get one of these guys out. I think he knows these two guys are so essential. You don't want to get too overconfident if you're Australia. He knows these guys are so essential. What's up, RK Patel? John Weir, how are you doing? Yeah, it's not going to happen. 400 is a monster. I would assume so. I meant 3. Is that going to go? Of course not. Of course not. Yeah, Sean McGill's in there. He's doing what he's doing. Well, that's interesting. Thank you for that, Prathamesh. He says, Rahani said that the team won't play until issue is dealt with. Then the group was removed. Good for him. You don't got to take that kind of abuse. Absolutely not. Yeah, they have an entire day and 30 overs today. I'll hope for the best. Absolutely. And they got 2 runs on that over, the last 2 balls, 1 run each. No loss for 28. We got 10 overs under their belt. Would it be too early for a night watchman as an opener? Has that ever been done? Would that be completely insane when you're down by this kind of score? In other words, is there any sense in even thinking about a night watchman when you got 30 overs left, you're beginning the innings, and you were down by 400 at one point? Jadeja gone. No Pont. No Shami. No Sharma. No Kumar. No Virat Kohli. It's tough. But imagine if they put up a fight. Imagine if they go. I mean, think about what happened to Pakistan not too long ago. There was like, what, 5, 7 overs left to the end of that 5th day when they got that 10th wicket that they had to last 7 overs away. You got to admire the fight. You got to take some kind of moral victories in any way you can. Imagine if they fought their way back. Imagine that. That would be pretty awesome. I'm not saying they're going to get a draw, they're going to get a win, but just fighting back. Cummings, man, he is coming after him. No pun intended. Shardo needs to come in place of Saini. You know, Saini wasn't horrible. The batting was atrocious. That's what I'm more upset about with him was he could not play that bouncer at all. 3 in a row. Couldn't do it. Okay, so Night Watchman, I wish I got past him, is for 5 or so overs left in the day at most. Okay. No. I didn't say Aussies are nasty always. You're gonna have knuckleheads everywhere. You really are. What's up, Sandy B? How are you doing? Sandy B, I had a movie for you based on the ones you said yesterday that you liked a lot. Deviate real quick from the cricket. Sorry, guys. Have you seen, I got 2 films for you that you might really enjoy. American films. First of all, have you seen Can't Hardly Wait with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Seth Green? It's a post-graduation movie, a graduation party, high school movie. Hilarious. And then the other one, have you seen Heart and Souls with Robert Downey Jr. and Elizabeth Shue? I think you would enjoy those 2 films based on the ones that you said that you really liked. Heart and Souls might be a little bit of a stretch, but I really enjoy that one. Let me know if you've seen those. All right, back to the cricket. Telling you guys, the crowds here in the States that I've been to, and I grew up, it's just the way it is. You hear all types of things. I've never seen it get physical, but it has gotten physical in the stands in American sporting stadiums. Obviously pre-COVID. I've never seen that, though. Just a verbal abuse. Yeah, he was ineffective with the bat. He was okay with the bowling, but no one when Australia's got to declare in the 2nd innings, and they got 338. They got what, over 300. They were going to surpass that 338. No one's bowling was effective. I'm sorry. Jadeja was great. That injury sucked. It's interesting how all the injuries in this series have gone on India's side. Has there been any injuries at the start of this test series that happened because of it? I know David Warner was coming in after injury, but was there anyone on Australia's side, starter, that was injured they had to take out? The practice match you had, what, Pukowski or Cameron Green got hit? And Cameron Green, oh my gosh, he was a beast. He was an absolute beast today with his 80. Man, Australia might have found themselves a serious golden nugget in that kid. I would love the Bills to win, Mr. Blonde. I don't see it happening. No, I'm going to change that. They have a good chance. They have a really good chance. But they won their first playoff game today in like 25 years. 25 years. Josh Allen is a beast. Stephon Diggs is a beast. Montgomery's a beast. Their defense is really good. They have a chance. I don't see it happening this year. I would love that. Excuse me. Like nothing else. I would love that so much. CFA, I found the word that a spectator made on YouTube, but I will not be mentioning the comments that have been used. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. I wouldn't be repeating them if you typed them in the comments. Absolutely agree. MDT. The batting was horrible by Saney. Horrible. I didn't realize his economy rate ended up being 4.5, 5. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. If you guys listened to my thoughts when I heard that he was coming in this match, I was not excited about it. I did not understand it. I did not understand it. You need pace. I get it. They feel like they have no one that's got pace. Got to have somebody. Appreciate that, Prayag. Yeah, the drop catches didn't work. Oh, man. Scoring has completely slowed down. So you haven't seen those movies? You definitely will. Cool, Sandy B. Yeah, Can't Hardly Wait, and then Heart and Souls. Write them down, my friend. My favorite Hindi movies from Sandy B are Sarfarosh, Pardes, Rangila, Legend of Begat Singh. I've seen that one. 3 Idiots, seen that one. A Wednesday, Katak. Please see them, Nick. All right, I got this one on the screen. It's being recorded on YouTube, so I can go back to whenever I want. Thank you for that. I think the Bills will do it. Go Bills. I love the love for the Bills. You guys are like me. You root for the underdog, and then comes the reality. They won't beat the Chiefs. Never say never. Nick, your favorite movie soundtrack or musicals? Love Girl Next Door and 10 Things I Hate About You. Soundtrack, so awesome songs. Oh, I love soundtracks. I absolutely love soundtracks. I listen to quite regularly the Aquaman soundtrack with Jason Momoa. Love the movie. Love the soundtrack. Ball Gary. Ball Gary. Lions must be up there. Lion must be up there. You get the chatter. The chatter with Pain. Asked about soundtracks. Love the Forrest Gump soundtrack. Absolutely love this Forrest Gump soundtrack. You know, how do you not love the superhero soundtracks? They're fantastic. Danny Elfman is amazing. Love the Field of Dreams soundtrack. Anything Danny Elfman does is really, really good. Musicals, I enjoy musicals. I liked La La Land a lot. But that's not the only musical I've seen. I've seen many of them. One of my favorite musicals is Newsies. Yeah, Gary. Favorite musicals is Newsies. It's got Christian Bale, very young Christian Bale in it. Newsies is so fantastic. If you have Hotstar, Disney Plus, it should be on there. No, you're right, Laughter Express. I'm forgetting where our mind should be right now. I'm totally forgetting. Thank you for getting me refocused. Who cares about the runs? We got to protect the wickets. Absolutely. Good call. Good call. I started watching Ion. Please, let's not come in here with that. I'm putting you in a timeout. We don't need that kind of expression here. We're not here to belittle anybody. We can't take what the High Fidelity soundtrack. I don't know that one. I need to check that one out. We can't take what a group of people do and associate that as an entire country because we're mad that they're beating our squad. Can't do that. Australia has been the better team by far this test match. By far. And they're a fantastic squad. And I've mentioned in the comments with some people who think that I just hate Australia. I don't. I love Australia cricket. There's probably very few India fans that love Australia cricket, but I do. Much respect for Australia. Most of the times Australia's in a test match, I'm probably rooting for Australia because I like these guys. I like these players. I like their skill. I just happen to be a bigger India fan. But Australia's by far been the better test team this match. India was the better test team last matches, not just because of the result. You can just see it on the pitch. Who's better? Chicago wasn't too bad. The Jadeja injury, Whiplash, Interstellar, both fantastic. The Jadeja injury is tough. I think the biggest injury, honestly, was Shammy because we lost him before I think he even had a chance to bowl. There's a boundary. We lost before he got a chance to bowl. I believe he got injured. Wait, no. He did bowl. He bowled 1 innings, I think. That was the biggest one because we lost him for the whole series, as far as we know. Jadeja is his second biggest injury. By far. A guy that can get you 50 in his sleep. A guy that can get you 4 or maybe a 5-er. I mean, how many all-rounder? And I know what you guys are going to say, oh, Nick, you hate on Jadeja. Nick, you didn't understand Jadeja. I didn't understand the guy's value. I'm a huge fan. I'll be a huge fan of Jadeja till the day I die. Mark my words. If you guys caught me like 80 years from now, well, not like me, I'll live 80 years from now. If you caught me 50 years from now, and I'm an old man and I'm still salty, and you say, hey, Nick, what do you think about that player Jadeja? I'm going to say, great cricketer. Great player. I'll still say it then. There we go. There we go, Lar. I appreciate that. Good to hear. Yes, I think there's a great chance that Australia grows. Maybe not grows big, but grows in the next decade. Major League Cricket, we're going to see if it lasts. We're going to see what it can do. That's going to be the best gateway. And it might be nice. That was nice by Gill. Very, very nice. I'm not sure if he was trying to do that, but that was nice. I lost my train of thought because Cummins was really surprised by that boundary. Oh, what was I talking about? Darn it. Anyways, I'm just glad that that's the way it is. You got to recognize talent when you see it. You really do. So what are... Yeah, Gladiator soundtrack. Oh, that's so good. Lord of the Rings soundtrack, so good. Star Wars, obviously. Obviously. All right, so let's start talking about what needs to change for the next match. For both sides, we'll start with India because they are getting outplayed in this match. Once again, good on you, Australia. What needs to change? Let me know your thoughts before I share my thoughts. What needs to change? Kuldeep Yadav. I'm not sure if that needs to change. Not with Ashwin. Not with Ashwin. Oh, yeah, Americans cricket. Thank you. I can see it happening slowly with Major League Cricket. It's going to take some time, but me and Gabe are in a great opportunity, great position to hopefully get a hold of someone at Major League Cricket, get a hold of someone at USA Cricket and say, hey, we've been learning about the game. We would love to be a part of it in some way. That would be fantastic. Besides some of the dumb fans. Yeah, some of the dumb fans. Not all of them are dumb, but the ones that were dumb yesterday. That needs to change, absolutely. But as far as Australia playing better, what needs to change? What are the top 3 things that need to change? Okay, here's a good one right here. Fielding, Jonathan Gray says. Can't have all the drop catches. You can't allow the opener, Pukowski, to last around that long enough to get a half century. I think he got 60 altogether, which I give him all the credit in the world for doing so. But you can't let that happen if you want to win. Let's see. Mr. Blonde, about the Chiefs, and I'll let you guys bring in your thoughts about what India needs to change before I share mine. About the Chiefs, I can see them losing to a team. I can. I'm a Chargers fan. I've seen them a lot more than other casual fans. I've seen them play. I've been following them very closely this year. In the last 6 games, they have not looked the typical Chiefs fashion. Now, they could be tired. It's a long season. They can easily turn it on not tomorrow, but next week, and put up a bazillion points, excuse me. But I have seen the chink in the armor. I have. Their defense is not nearly as stellar as it was last year, especially in their playoff run, at this point at least. And some of the connections with Mahomes, he is so fantastic, but some of the connections are not there like they were in the past. I can see them being beat But the way the Bills played against the Colts, if they played that way, they're not going to beat the Chiefs playing that way. Because the Chiefs will come back. They will make a comeback, and they will get ahead. The Chiefs, you got to keep fighting punch for punch, blow for blow until the time runs out. You can't let up, or they'll annihilate you. But you got to remember, last year was the first year they won the Super Bowl in like 50 years. I can see it happening. Nick, I don't want any change if we win test after 36 all out. Give them fight. I'm happy. Laughter Express, I love you, but I don't agree. You've got to have, and I'm not even talking about roster changes. If you're saying you want to keep the same roster, fine. I can respect that. I can get with that. I'm talking about mindset changes. I'm talking about changes on the field. I'm talking about when we are getting in a group as men the next several days before the next test match starts. What are we going to be talking about? What are we going to be practicing on? What are we going to be focusing on in our game plan? That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I should be more specific. Can't be stagnant. You've got it. They made adjustments from match 1 to match 2, knowing that they were out without Coley. Fantastic adjustments. What adjustments do they need to make? AJ says if Raul was there, he would have replaced Fahari. Okay? Replace Fahari with KL Raul. But what happened? Something happened to KL Raul, right? He got tested positive or something? There's a reason why Raul's not there, not just because he wasn't chosen or he's not going to be there, right? I mean, who do they have that's been quarantined that could go? I'm not sure. Okay, saying he's a bowl fast. Chiefs are definitely the favorites. I'll never forget you guys. Come on. I mean, there are quite a few names, 8,000 subscribers. I may forget some of those names, but I'll never forget these awesome streams and conversations. We'll get to Australia in just a second. Natarajan, I like that one. Bishal, I like that one a lot. That's a great change right there. What else needs to change? Jahan, comment this again when we talk about Australia because I have thoughts on that one, but I want to stay focused on India first. What does India need to change before I share my thoughts? How many overs are left? There's about 26 overs, 25 overs, maybe 27 overs. Went to go update. It says, sorry, that website. Oh, 24, 25 overs. Yeah. India doesn't have any batsmen to back in. Should they bring back Mayank for maybe Vihari? Yeah. See, this is where I ask for change as far as rosters all the time. But I do admit, I do accept that it's not always the best course of action. It is not always the best course of action because then you take guys out. They lose confidence. I don't care who you are. They lose confidence when they're taken off the squad. They do. And some athletes aren't able to regain that confidence as quickly as others. So when you take them out, they got that sting. They got that pain of being taken out. Agarwal's been around for a little bit, for a few years, right? I'm not going to believe he didn't lose some confidence. So in hindsight, he should have stuck in there. He should have stayed in there and got some confidence playing in Australia. Maybe the answer is bringing him back if no one else is available. Look at that placement on the pitch. Look at that length. It's like on a napkin on the ground. He knows exactly where he wants to go. Cummins is coming at you. That pun was intended. Put a hanky down. There you go. Put a hanky down. 15 overs. No loss for 40, 15 overs. If you can't ask for a better start in desperation mode than what they've done so far. I will say that. Shardle for Judasia. I don't know who Shardle is. Natarajan for Saini. About time. About time. Don't get run out next time. 3 runouts. Thank you. Don't get run out. I wouldn't drop Vihari. I'm sorry. There isn't someone else crashing down the door for the number 5 position. That might be true. Give him a long rope and see what happens, especially in a series where India's B team is on. Yeah? That's the thing. Who else is out there? And when you change guys, it does more harm than good sometimes. Thank you, Laughter Express. 3 things. Fielding aggressive mindset. Teach tail enders to bat. Give 10 runs each. Will change the match. Okay, so fielding, aggressive mindset, teach the tail enders to bat. Thank you. Appreciate those 3 things. Excellent. Yeah, I updated the score. Yeah. No loss for 40, 15 runs. Boomer says, Natarajan, Thakur, Kuldeep Yadav, Mayank, Shah, and Shreyas Iyer left as reserves in case of another injury. So Shreyas Iyer is there. He's been through the quarantine. I don't know how he's fared in tests so far, but if you're going to replace someone, I would rather go to him than back to Mayank. I would. Chat and video out of sync. Are you saying my audio and the video's out of sync, or I'm just behind? Because I'm reading some older comments. India's playing for a win rather than a draw. That's the mindset you got to have. Shreyas Iyer's not there. I didn't think he was. Baseball or cricket? I still love baseball. That'd be like you guys learning about baseball, really, really loving it, but asking you cricket or baseball. You would choose cricket. It's your first love. You can never get over your first love. Or at least it's very hard to do. No, I think... Okay, no, he isn't. My bad. All right, so here's my thoughts. And this is not our 3 wickets. This is just my thoughts on what they need to change. Our 3 wickets is going to be about what happened in the match. First, whatever you got to do, I don't care what it is, get the communication. Every personal potential partnership that's going to be out there, get that lineup set in stone. Don't tell anyone. And practice on your communication for the runouts. And not just the communication, but have a conversation. What are we willing to risk here? I would say, personally, I've never played cricket before, but this is what I would do. Later, Zero Phil. Thanks for joining. Here's what I would do. I would say, if both in the partnership don't instantly say yes or go, you don't go. If you're going for that second run, trying to stretch 1 and 2 or 0-1. You can't afford it. It's not worth it. As aggressive as I like, as much runs as I like, I don't like the runouts. You do whatever it takes to make sure that does not happen again. Whatever it takes. And I don't want to take any more chances hoping that Australia can't throw. They can field. Second thing, aggressive mindset. I love that idea. But they got to switch it. Don't let yourself be controlled by Australia's bowling if you're India. Don't allow it to happen. Don't play their game when they're bowling at you. Have that aggressive mindset, but be smart about it. Don't cower to them. That's what I saw, cowering yesterday. But don't you dare be aggressive between the stumps, between the wickets when you're running. Don't you dare be aggressive in that way. And the bowling, we got to figure out what's going on with the bowling. We've got to figure out whether it's length, whether it's pace. We've got to be able to adjust to whatever the pitch is doing. But the biggest thing, the most biggest thing is you've got to look at the tape from the first 2 test matches. You got to look at the tape of any past test matches on Labuschagne. But on Smith, the first 2. How did you get him out? You can't let Smith and Labuschagne have a partnership of 150 to 200 to 250 every time. No, not drink beer strategy. You can't let that happen. Brisbane's not going to spin, okay? You better go search deep into the files and the confines of Indian cricket and find a pace bowler. But you've got to figure out how to get Smith and Labuschagne out. You've got to. From the bowling side, that is the biggest thing possible. I would say Pont as well, but they already switched Pont for Saha. We haven't seen him bat yet, but man, I believe he had 4 catches of those six wickets in that second innings. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't see him. They might have been the easiest edges of all time, but he caught him. There you go. Don't be aggressive for aggressive's sake. Those are my thoughts on Indian adjustments, Indian cricket. Now let's talk Australia. When you're winning, when you've won and you have another match, another game coming up, you cannot be complacent. You keep that foot on the gas. What does Australia need to do? Going back to Jahan's comment from earlier, he said we can't just rely on Smith and Labuschagne. He's absolutely correct. You can't. So before I give my thoughts about Australia, what adjustments they need to make? Oh, that was a beautiful ball, but he's saying no. Oh, they're going to review that. That looked like a pretty good outcome there for Australia. What adjustments need to be made for Australia? The bat might be up. Cameron Green's congratulating Cummins like he got that wicket. Oh, I see what they're looking at. They're looking at the run out. They're looking at getting stumped, run out. Now his foot's back. Okay. His foot was in, not out. I see. Yeah, it's appeal for run out. They threw it back at the stumps. And Rohit, I don't blame him right there. He's kind of not really paying attention at that second, but he puts his foot down right before the ball hits the stump, so he was good. I have not watched New Zealand's cricket yet, but I haven't. It's not because I don't want to. I have not literally had the opportunity to yet. We have Hotstar, we have Willow, we have YouTube. None of them were playing New Zealand's matches. But we will. First chance we get, I promise you. I'm excited to see the #1 test squad. Believe it or not, CFA, Cricket for Americans, is not just the cricket home for Australia and India. It's all cricket that we can get our hands on. I know, Sixers versus Heat. I've got a church meeting in the morning, so I can't stay up too late to watch it, but I'll be rooting for them in my sleep. I'll be dreaming them to a win. The only change for India, Shastri out, Dravid in. Okay, back to Australia. What changes need to happen? I may have missed some of those with that possible run out. And there's Sharma pushing the ball. There you go for a nice boundary. Do the covers. There you go. Warner goes out and Wade opens again, and Head is back in place of Wade. So you're saying Warner staying in but moving out of that opening spot. No, you probably meant Head is back in place of Warner. I don't know. I get it. Warner does not look good right now. He is not looking good right now. I understand that, but he's still David Warner. You guys think he's that bad to where Travis Head's going to be a better option at this point? That seems like blasphemy. I don't know about that one. I don't think India sweats Travis Head at all. Not at all. Is this a drinks break? Harris would be better than Head. I wasn't seeing much from Head at all. Drop Wade. Warner's out. He's injured. So he's officially out. So he's officially injured again? Or is it just that he's not fully fit? Yeah, they throw the baseballs faster than they throw the cricket balls. New Zealand aren't even the dark horses of cricket, but an alternate powerhouse. They're fantastic. Every time I see the score, I'm just like, are you kidding me? They are out of control. Drop Wade. Warner's a must. That's what I would say. But if he's not fully fit, right? And, okay, there you go, longevity of Warner. Think about the longevity of Warner if he gets injured further. They will not change the team unless Warner is declared unfit. Okay, let's just say they keep the same 11. Because don't forget, Australia fans, cricket fans, they scored 650 without breaking a sweat. They still had 4 more wickets to go. Tail enders mostly, yes. But they still had 4 more wickets in hand. 650 without a sweat. I wouldn't change the roster at all. I wouldn't. What adjustments need to be made with the roster in hand? This is what I think needs to happen with the adjustments on hand, because Australia was dominant, but they could still get better. They could still get better. And I know this is probably completely different than any other strategy for Test cricket with the bowlers. But I would consider adjusting how many overs each tandem bowls. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it seems like they're each going like 5 or 6 or 7 each, like, 12 to 15, 16 overs before they switch. I would break that down a little bit. I would say about 4, 5 overs each tops. Switch it with the other 2 guys, and then switch it back, and then throw a little Cameron Green and someone else, and then switch it back. I would tighten it up a little bit just to put more pressure. Cummins and Lyon, and then a little bit of Hazelwood. But those 2, Cummins and Lyon, in my opinion, they are bringing the most heat, not as far as speed. Yes, Cummins, but not Lyon. The most heat to the Indian batsmen. I don't think the Indian batsmen want to face Gary. They don't want to face Cummins. So I would have more of them as possible, not the longer stretch where, okay, we don't have to see Cummins for a while. We're good. We can just focus on Lyon. As Australia, I love Tim Payne and how loose he is, but he's got to bat better. He's got to perform way better as a batsman. He had that 72 in the first Test match, but now it's like a long forgotten memory. He's got to perform better with the bat. They cannot rely on Smith and Labuschagne. They have to have a better opening partnership. And think about it. They had a better opening partnership in the first innings, not really Warner, but Bukowski. But Bukowski was dropped 2 or 3 times. If he's not dropped 2 or 3 times, there's another Test match, another set of innings where the opening batsmen were not there. They need a better opening batsman. Gill's put on a clinic as far as opening batsman goes, opening partnership goes. Those are my thoughts for Australia. Now, as an Indian fan, I don't want them to make those adjustments, but that's what I would be talking about if I was in that locker room. Let's get to some of the comments that I've been ignoring as I've been talking. Dude, stop comparing baseball to cricket. I'm just answering the questions, buddy. I am just answering the questions. Baseball pitcher has 2 advantages. He can bend his arm, and baseball doesn't bounce. True. Not going to argue with that. But when I compare the 2, I'm not talking about which one's better, unless you're going to ask me which one do I like more. But I'm just reading the comments. Let's see. Surely Mitchell Johnson comes back out of retirement. That's got to be a joke. India is a completely different beast with Ishant Sharma. I keep hearing about him, but what? Is he injured or something? Nick, question, which wicketkeeper do you prefer who gives a quick fire 30 to 40 and 50 balls, or one that catches everything? One that catches everything. Okay, I do. Because even with this B team, I still feel like this B team, if you want to call that, with all the injuries for India, most of the injuries are on the bowling side, but I still don't have Kohli, right? I still feel like with India's players, they don't need to rely on a punt where we have to be more suspect with the wicket keeping to get those 30 or 40. I know he's gotten 25 runs in a million games in a row against Australia. That's great. But 25, 29 runs and 3 or 4 drops is not good enough. Can't have it. It's a liability. Oh, that's a wicket. Uh-oh. I thought that was a wicket. They're not going to review that. I thought that was a wicket. Thank goodness. Yeah, I need I can't have a filling liability. Payne batted well today. Oh, just as I say that, let's see. Just as I say that. Yeah, he was 39 for not out. Strike rate is 75. There you go. He already made that adjustment. Good on you, Payne. Thank you, Jihan. What's up, Molly? I'm doing great. How are you? How are you? Because of Dhoni and Gilchrist, everyone expects wicketkeeper to bat good. I don't know if they expect it. Actually, thanks for the comment. I feel that you want it. You've seen it happen. You know the possibilities, so you're just desiring it. You're hoping for it. At least Tim Payne's not putting him in at number 3 or 4, right? Yeah, he batted much better today, so I'm glad for him and for Australia fans. In baseball, the catchers are known, to catch the ball, defense, help the pitchers, get the pitchers the right game plan, strategy for all the different types of hitters. And for the longest time, you could care less if they could hit too. But since there's been several good hitting catchers, like a Johnny Bench, Yogi Berra, right, in yesteryear, and so many more, Mike Piazza and whatnot of our newer generation, people want it all the time. They want a good hitting catcher. It just doesn't happen. You'd rather have that catcher for the defense. So I see what you're saying. CFA, sorry I was speaking to someone else. Sorry if I confused you. No worries. I probably should have assumed that, so my bad. No worries. Read my comment, give your reviews. I think that was the one I just read. Let me know after Expresses there was another one. Thanks for saying please. Yes, definitely got to survive 20. Could you imagine if they survived the whole day without getting out? That would be impressive. That might give me a little bit of hope. I still think it's over, though. It looked to me like there was a small little bit of an edge. It really did, but got the pads, so that's okay. Who is your favorite player? Wow. My favorite player, just because of how much fun I've had with him, is Chris Wokes. I understand he's not the best player. I would not put him in the top 5 as best players in cricket right now. But he's my personal favorite. He was on this first test match I ever saw. Honestly, I'm loving Jadeja. I really am. I'm so mad that he's injured. I like Rohit Sharma a lot, but I wouldn't say he's top 5 as far as the best players, but I just like what he brings. I like his leadership. I like his stability. I still think Kohli's one of the best. As much, nonsense I give him. Steve Smith, you got to love him. Labuschagne, I'm really impressed with Labuschagne. The guy's so young. The guy can bat. We saw him with a great throw yesterday. I don't care if Shane Warne's making fun of him. And Andrew Simmons is making fun of him. So I had to throw that little drive-by in there. I love Labuschagne a lot. As far as a leader, I'll tell you who I think is the best captain from the, 6 test cricket squads I've seen so far. I'll tell you who the best captain is, and in my opinion, it's not close. Tim Payne is the best captain I've seen in test cricket of the 6 countries I've seen play. He has been by far, in my opinion, a leader. He's always super positive, super happy, and super chatty out there. He is for his guys 100%. He's cheering them on. he's a great leader. I love what he brings 100%. Yeah, I didn't get to see Gilchrist play. I saw him in that one reaction. Yeah, if any Australia fans, anyone living in Australia, let us know. Is there rain in the forecast in Sydney tomorrow? I don't think there is, AJ, but let us know. HR Rocks, thank you so much. Can't see John Cena there. I love it. Dude, you sound like a professional cricket analysis. Thank you. Appreciate that. Nick, what do you think about Masahiro Tanaka? You're talking about the pitcher, right? Former Yankees pitcher? I don't think he's with the Yankees anymore. I think he's technically a free agent. He's a beast, but I think he's probably done in Major League Baseball. I think he lost form very quickly this last 2 years. Yeah, I was really impressed with Henriquez when I saw him in that, what was that, the ODI match? Very impressed with him. Look at Stewart here. I've played baseball for my state and grade cricket. The biggest skill difference is the temperament it takes to bat for a period of time. Baseball is definitely harder to hit. Both points are very, very fair. Wow. Shot. Shubman Gill. Telling you, I have not been on the Shubman Gill train as barely as much as Lara has, Gabe has. But man alive. You know, all the trash, all the garbage, all the guff I give Gabe for being wrong on players, and it's really just a few. Kane Williamson comes to mind. He was always right about Shubman Gill. This guy is all class right now. Shubman Gill. He's been hanging out with Sachin too much. 50 partnership. No rain. Possible brief light rain. Thank you, Mr. Guna. Appreciate that. A tennis forehand. Don't you think, Nick, that we should attack Green and put pressure on him? Get some quick runs too? No. I don't think there's any benefit. Get that boundary. Sorry, Lavishay, not this time, Manis. I don't see any benefit whatsoever on being aggressive right now and upping the score. No benefit whatsoever. Right now, you have one mission and one mission only. Don't get out. No wicket. Yes, cover drive. Nice. Dr. Vice says, nice. Don't lose that wicket. That's the only mission right now. Very simple. Very easy. Let's keep it very, very simple right now. So, no, I don't think we should attack Green. I've been very surprised with Stark. I have not been very impressed with him. Australia fans, you gotta agree with that, right? That he's been a disappointment this series. He's not been horrible. He had a really good innings in that all out for 36, but which Australian bowler didn't have a great innings that innings? Yeah, we covered the racism incident earlier. But yeah, I don't know what's going to start. He's not been overpowering. Jeez. Shot by Rohit again. How do you not love Rohit Sharma? He brings stability. He brings calmness and zen. Yeah, super elegant. Absolutely. Absolutely, Mohit. We are on the same page. Do I want to become a cricketer? No, I don't have delusions of grandeur. I'm not an athlete. I am coordinated enough to play all sports, but I'm not coordinated well. I'm not athletic. I'm not skilled in any sport. Coordinated enough to do it without tripping over myself, but not athletic enough to excel. I do want to become a cricketing analyst, though. That would be really cool. To get paid professionally to analyze cricket, that would be cool. But I would still want to teach because teaching is my first love as far as vocations go. Sydney weather is great. Beach is great. Just got back from Wow, I can't say that one. Marabra. My inability to pronounce words does not just happen in only places in Asia. Equal opportunities with my bad pronunciations. Brisbane. I heard it. Brisbane. You can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? Lar, thank you so much. Wow, you guys are bringing a lot of kindness today. Appreciate that. A lot of kindness here. Come on. Man, that got some speed under it. That got some hair. But not enough hair. Not enough hair. Honestly, your commentary is better than the commentary on this match. Thank you so much. You guys can hear me. Good. Thank you so much, Boomer. Lion can rip through any batting order on day 5 on a slightly turning pitch in Australia. Just saying. Yeah, Gary's a monster. Look at that. What did I say about Stark? What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour. My voice is going. 11 runs he gave up. 11 runs. That's the Rohit Sharma effect right there. And he rotates, and he gets back on strike after the over. Marubra. That makes me think of Aruba. Aruba, Jamaica. Marubra, Jamaica. Thank you, Yashwan. Wow, you guys are going to make me cry in a second here. You're going to make me cry. Shane Warren's commentary honestly sucks big time. Nick can surely replace him. Wow. Ha! Could you imagine? They would never let me in the booth. Hey, Nick, how long have you been watching cricket for? 12 and a half months. Hey, Nick, what are all the positions in the cricket field? I don't know. I just come here to watch the game. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Cameron Green. And the other part of that question, should they try to rattle Cameron Green? You should always try to rattle everyone, right? Without hurting them. But I don't think you I was going to say that's a wide, but I know there's no wides in test. I don't think you can rattle this kid. He definitely looks young. He definitely looks immature at certain points. And when I say immature, like he was congratulating Cummins on that no wicket. And he just looked like he was like a 12-year-old kid with all these great cricketers on the squad. But I don't think you can rattle him. This guy's got a whole lot of confidence. Whole lot of confidence. India is very blessed with Jadeja and Pandya. Both are best all-rounders everyone dreams to have. Pandya, woo! Why don't they have Pandya wait in the wings? That'd be amazing. Look at this. The difference of Stark and someone new like Green. Stark gives up 11. Green's giving up 3 dots. To be fair, he did give up 6 in his first over, though. Stark and Ashant both are tall, fast bowlers, so they pose a greater risk of injury. Yeah, I think Stark has been injured quite a bit, right? In his short career. I say short. He's been around for a while, but he's still young. Oh! Oh, my gosh! That was a 6. All right, Sharma. That's what I'm talking about. In one shot, he doubles Green's runs he's allowed. Oh, that was a 6. You don't see that too much in test. Boom, shakalaka. Jeez, I wonder what he was thinking going for on that one. Nick, I think we need to talk on your comment earlier about Rohit not being on the best top 5 batsmen. Please do reveal that list. Oh, yes, my list for top 5. Listen, I can give you 3 different lists here. Nick, you're far better than Sanjay the Pratt. The Pratt. Sorry, I probably should have said that. Thanks, AJ. Probably shouldn't have said that. Don't bowl short to Sharma. Absolutely not. 3 dots and a 6. The Hitman. Yes, I have finally seen the Hitman in full effect. Do 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 do. It's too bad Brett the Hitman Hart didn't have any lyrics to his entrance music. Jeez Louise. Let me update the score, and then I'll talk about my 3 different top 5 lists. International top 5 lists. All right. 0 for, did I say 70? Jeez, la freaking Louise. $21 overs. Yeah, 21 overs. Can't believe an hour's already gone by. Can't believe it. Gary. Oh, gosh. I would definitely bring Gabe on. I never, ever keep Gabe away from the channel. Not once. But he's working right now. What's up, Raj? How are you doing? Gary. All right, so I have 5 potential top 5 lists. 1 is my personal favorite. Just the guys I like to watch. 2 would be who I think are the best overall cricketers. I'm not just talking all-rounders, just overall cricketers. Guys, I would put the first 5 guys on my list. No! Okay. The way they were celebrating is like he caught it. Why are you celebrating like that, Australia players, if you didn't catch it? Maybe they were going, oh, because he dropped it. Don't do that to me. My 3rd list I can do. Oh, that's off the pad anyways. That's why they celebrate, because he did catch it, but it was off the pad. 3rd list would be one that I would actually sit down, look at all the players that I've seen, that I've done research on, that I know about, that are playing right now, and then give you that at a later date. It depends on what list you want. Yeah, Line's a beast. Great catch by Wade, though. Jeez Louise. I guess another list would be best all-timers and then best 5 right now active players. So that's why I'm hesitant to give you any kind of list, because it's different lists out there. If I gave you a list right now, top 5 playing right now that are active around the world, I may regret it in a few minutes, like, oh, I forgot this guy. Thank you, everyone that's joined me so far on this stream. Nick here from Cricket for Americans. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for joining the channel. We are watching India, Australia. We are watching India put up quite a fight just to stay alive and not lose any wickets. Nice ball, Gary. Not get any wickets lost. Gary only get 1 run in that over. Look at that. 4 runs on 3 overs. Stop it. Get out of here with this nonsense, Gary. You gotta love it, right? It's just, I love how they don't care calling him Gary over and over, and they know it's being recorded. In my opinion, Rohit would only be second to Kohli if anyone in white ball cricket, especially ODI cricket for Americans. Now you're talking about India squad, right? India squad. Yeah, Yashwant, thank you so much for answering that for me, RK Mumbai. I'm a Mumbai Indians fan. Where's my hat? It's never too far away from me. Mumbai, Mumbai, Mumbai. 5-time champion. Take that, Gabe. We watched our first IPL match this season that just ended, and we watched just about every match in that season, most of them on stream. I'm not leaving right now, Ray. Appreciate that. I'm not leaving right now. I appreciate you wanting me to stick on. I'm going to do you one better, Ashish. 8 hours of rain tomorrow. Oh, no. No! Why'd he wait so long? They're going to review that instantly. Why did he wait so long? What was he waiting for, the umpire there? That was a great ball. Hazelwood, of course. I'm telling you, he wanted to get the wicket today. He wanted to get it. But why did the umpire take so long? Oh, that definitely hit the bat. I think that definitely hit the bat. Doesn't you see? It looks like it changes trajectory there. Yeah, there's a spot in a hot spot. Dang it! That's what we couldn't have happened right there. He's gone. Jeez Louise. Still don't know what he was waiting for. What was he waiting for, the umpire? Either it's out or it's not out. What's going to happen a minute later? Hazel wicket. I like it. I like what we're doing. Death ablaze. Oh, Australia. That's definitely what you wanted, India fans. That is the last thing we wanted. Oh, that is so soft. That is so weak. Shubman Gill, how are you going to put up a great display like that? You cannot get out, and not like that. I know you're trying to defend, but your defend was way off, and you wasted a review. You're telling me you didn't feel that, and you wasted a review on the first wicket? Oh, Shubman Gill, I was giving you some love, too. The pride of these guys. The ego of these guys. And I don't mean India when I say these guys. I mean all of these athletes that demand that review right away. You know it was edged. I don't know. I think he knows. He felt it. Look at his face right there. He's like, shoot. I think he reviewed it because he was hoping. Look at Hazelwood. He said, give me that review. Give me that wicket. Yeah, absolutely a waste of review. I completely agree. Need a partnership so bad. Yes, need Pujara to come on. Yes, Boomer, absolutely. Cheteshwar Pujara. Sounds like a Bond villain. Cheteshwar Pujara. He was praying, not hoping. Absolutely 31's better. This is why I'm upset. Gill still put up an overall good performance. When we look back on this match, we're going to say, oh, Gill was fine. Because he was. But we needed the impossible to happen. We needed no wickets for today. We needed no wickets in the last 17 overs. Pujara, the Bond villain. That review could definitely be costly. I remember in the test, there was one of the matches. That might have been the Ashes. That might have been against India, actually, where Tim Payne did not review at the end. And I think there was another one where he did review, and then they were out of reviews when they needed the review at the end. Yeah, we need Pujara to do Pujara things. Absolutely. Oh, can't have that. That's not Pujara things. That was the Ashes. Thank you. Short legs pretty far back there. Short, mid, wicket, square leg. I gotta learn these position names. Mid on, mid off, point, gully. So point and silly point are on the offside, correct? Oh no. If this is a second wicket, we've lost 2 reviews. Their game plan, we're using all the reviews right away because the tellers can do nothing. Please on the review, please. When Hazelwood gets in that zone, he is just nigh unbeatable. No, that didn't hit the bat. Oh, this umpire's garbage. It's high, and it's not hitting the bat. That is so high. Missing. So high. He's garbage. He's garbage. Okay, this is what you got to do with this guy. And no offense to him or his family. I'm not trying to go all personal here. But as far as him doing his job today, listen, I have bad days as a teacher. Garbage. If I was playing, if I was a bowler, I would appeal every time because eventually he's going to fold. Eventually he's going to fold. But that's not good enough. When you put cricketer umpires on a pedestal, Mr. Blonde, when you put them up on a pedestal, decent is not good enough. Not in the 4th innings. Not when India's getting pummeled. Not when Hazelwood turns around and you say, okay, I'll put my finger up. Not when the last time Hazelwood was appealing enough and then he put the finger up. That's what I'm not happy about. Hazelwood looking for the wicket maiden over. You cannot lose another wicket today. You can't. You just can't do it. Paul Wilson decision always goes against India. See, I'm not going to go that far and say it's just one-sided, but the appeals, all you got to do is appeal a few times, and eventually he'll – it's like, you know, when you have someone that just nags over and over, eventually you're just like, fine, whatever, do whatever you want. Just leave me alone. He can't stand the nagging. You don't think I'm nervous? You're just now realizing that I might be nervous? Come on. I already called. You might have missed it, Mr. Graham. How you doing, buddy? You might have missed it already. I said it's over. This match is over. India's not going to win this match. India's not going to draw this match. It's over. But I would like to enjoy the fantasy a little longer if it might not be over. Very good review. Needed that review. Because he knew it didn't hit the bat. Oh, Gary. I've been nervous ever since I started watching cricket. What are you talking about? Unfortunately, that's just how I am. PTSD from being a Chargers and a Padres fan. I'm always nervous. Like, not nervous doing a stream or watching it, but just, oh, we're going to lose. Oh, we're going to lose. What would your ideal score be for today? I don't even care about the score. My ideal wickets was no loss today. But if I have to pick a score, 16 overs left. They need 336 more runs. Guys, I would love to get to 115. That would be ideal at this point. 115 would be great, in my opinion. My daughter needs me for a second, guys. This time I promise I'll be back in just a minute. I'm back. I'm gone for a few seconds, and we already got the hate on the CFA logo. Ouch. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Jeez Louise. I like the CFA logo. Personally. Had to get some water. Say goodnight to the daughter. She's going to bed. I'm back. That was more than a minute. At least I didn't lose a wicket when I was gone. You're a Chargers fan. What do you think about Herbert? Do you think he would be a franchise QB? Absolutely. I get nervous saying a statement like that for anybody, but absolutely. He definitely looks the part. And it's not just because he had a great first season, but think about that. He has a horrible offensive line. His starting running back was out for most of the game, so he had backup running backs. Defense was atrocious, and they were still in every single game, and he can throw it. Instant chemistry with all the receivers. And he's such a likable guy. I absolutely think it. Thank you. I like the logo too. I love it. Super chat, Dr. Vi. Appreciate that so much. So much. Rohit for top 5 white ball all world, not just India. Wow. Wow. I think 3 double hundreds in the last World Cup performances is enough explanation. You know more than I do, and that's not me being sarcastic. You know more than I do. The reason why I say wow like that is if you have top 5 white, you're talking about white ball, limited overs. Okay. Even that, if you're talking about top 5 white ball, and you have your top 2 from one squad, when there's so many squads out there internationally, Hazelwood's a monster. Gosh, I hate going against him. Such a monster, especially when he's on. Appreciate the super chat. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, Rohit didn't make ODI team of this decade for no reason. He was in that squad, huh? Nice. Yeah, Rohit, I got you. There we go. Aniruda agrees. Man, it's too bad I missed Rohit play then because he wasn't fully healthy or he was in quarantine in the ODI series. That's too bad. 5 centuries in the last World Cup? Jeez Louise. There you go. There's a shot. Oh, you little punk. Cameron Green. Cameroon Green. How dare you stop that boundary? That was unbelievable. Top 2. No, I know. Kohli and Rohit. Top 2. I got you. Best batting average. Australia. Bradman with his 99. Steve Smith with his 62. And Steve Smith's had more matches than Bradman. Man alive. Yes, get those. Oh, look at that, Pujara. Put it on the board. Yes. Boundary right there. Get those guys away from you. They know you're just going to defend. They're all crowding around you. Force them back. Force them back. Yeah, I got you, Dr. Vi. Kohli and Rohit interchangeably. All right, Greedy. Gosh, they are so close up. That would make me so uncomfortable as the batsman. Gary's getting up some runs this over. Jeez Louise. He's giving up 8. An 8 burger. They finally got silly point out of his face. There you go. Rotate the strike a little bit. That's what you got to do. Back-to-back rotate of the strike. Excellent. I think I read somewhere that they did not rotate the strike once in the first innings. Is that right? Gosh. Get that stuff out of here. Forcing them back is called transference of pressure. Thank you for that, Mully. Did not know that. Transference of pressure. Like it. He looks like Walter White. Nah, he's just bald. He looks more like Jesse Pinkman that's bald than Walter White. Maybe a combination of two, like a morphine thing. Cameron Green, 8 4s, 4 6s. Oh my gosh. Tomahawk shot. 84, and then Boomerang got him. Nick, read Kumar Vishal's comments, so we'll stop spamming. If he's spamming, I'll just put him in timeout. Timeout. Thank you, AJ. Yeah, Green, absolutely. Yeah, someone agrees with me. All right, Lar. You know, I like that name, Lar. I'm not sure if that's your given name or just your YouTube name. But when I play a game online called Command and Conquer, my online name is Lars. It was one of my gaming names when I was younger, taken from the Metallica drummer, Lars Ulrich. So it reminds me of that. So yeah, if you guys ever play Command & Conquer online, it's an old game that they remastered on, what's it, Origin or something like that. You'll see me on there sometimes as Lars. It's a fun game. Don't jinx anyone. Just gotta survive. Ooh. That was a nice shot by Rohit, but that ball had some nice swing to it. Had some nice swing to it. He played that very nicely. Hazelwood, gosh, he's a nightmare. Yeah, Lars. Is that where you got your Lars from too? From Lars? Command & Conquer still exists? Yes, just recently. Yeah, Red Alert 2, a lot of fun. Yeah, just recently, Origin released it online. You pay $20 for the game, $20 US for the game online, and then you own it, and you can play as much as you want after that for free on Origin, on their little server thing. And they just remastered the old 1995 game. But now you can play it online with other people in quick matches or in team matches or just against the robots or the original levels. I play the quick matches all the time. It's a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, they were out of control. Hetfield, Ulrich, Hammett, Newstead after, oh gosh, I'm going to forget his name. Their original bassist before he passed away. And they had Dave Mustaine for a little while too. Very short while. Then they got rid of his butt and he went and started Megadeth, which I like Megadeth music too. Lucky number 13. Glenn McGrath. Kid from the bush. One loss for 82. Dave started Megadeth. He founded Megadeth. Cliff Burton. Thank you so much, Stuart. Cliff Burton was the original bassist for Metallica. I love Metallica. Jody hates Metallica. She hates it. Did you ever watch the rest of the Tide test documentary? Tide? We watched the rest of the tests, but the Tide test, I don't know that one. Burton did rock. He was only with them for a few albums, unfortunately, though. Score update plays, please. You got it. G'day. G'day. One loss for 82, ladies and gents. One loss for 82. 27 overs. 13 left. Two tied tests ever. Tied test, Dean Jones, double ton. Maybe that was a request that you sent, Jahan. Sorry about that. Some Kind of Monster was an interesting documentary. You saw Metallica, in my opinion, at their worst as a band collectively. That is not my favorite album of theirs. I like a few songs. I like the title track, Some Kind of Monster. I don't like the album, though. Death Magnetic is their best modern album. I finally saw them live for the first time. That was a bucket list moment. I saw them live here in Vegas a few years back at the same arena where the Golden Knights play hockey. They were amazing. They were amazing. Beautiful bowling guy. Yeah, I don't care about runs. Right? Gabe must be very busy tonight. He hasn't jumped on once. You're absolutely right about that. He must be extremely busy. Go! Get some hair on there! I hate you. They got 3. Just get... Look at Pujara with his 8 for 19. Who's this guy think he is? Yeah, Greenridge Lewis. My dad took my brother, my brother to Metallica. When I was a missionary for my church, I was gone for 2 years as a missionary. Worked for free for 2 years. And my dad took my brother like the month after I left. I was so mad. You're going to take him now? So I finally got to see him with my brother a few years ago. Don't get run out. Get back to the crease. I saw Metallica when I was 12. Front row. What? Lars pointed to me and threw me a drumstick. What? Some massive 40-year-old metalhead ripped out of my hands and Lars told him off. No way. Did you get the stick back? Oh, Samuel, that is so cool. How is he going to take it from a 12-year-old? What a punk. All right, Jahan, I'll check it out again. Sorry about that. Pujara Express. My friend attended Celine Dion concert, and she sounds exactly the same. Huge octave pitch voice. Awesome. Yeah, Sandy B. She had a residency here for a very long time. I did not get to see her, but I have a really good friend that did, and he said she was amazing. Your favorite movie of all time? No way. What? You didn't? I'll get back to that. You didn't get it back, Samuel? Lars didn't throw you another one? What a punk. Not Lars, but the 40-year-old. Oh, Bloodsport's my favorite movie of all time. I love that, Robert. Yes, Bloodsport. Now, to be completely honest, I love Bloodsport, but it's not even in my top 10 or top 20, just because I just love so many different types of movies. But it was one of the few posters I can get online that was available on Amazon of movies that I love. Bloodsport's fantastic. I don't understand. I know Bloodsport's rated R, but they should have rated Bloodsport X. They should have rated it X. You want to know why? Because you see boobies throughout the entire movie. And I'm talking about the main villain, the guy. He's got the biggest pecs of all time. They're gigantic. Should have been rated X showing those boobies. Thanks, Sandy B. Appreciate it. Sorry about my booby talk there. It's just a little joke about man boobs. Muscular man boobs. Yeah, Mitchell and Webb. That was a fun request from Charlie. Charlie's a really cool patron of ours. What work did you do with the missionary? So I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's a Christian church. And so for guys and girls that want to, we serve 2-year missions where we don't work, we don't date, we don't watch movies. Imagine that I didn't watch movies for 2 years. We don't do social media. We just serve and teach. Back then, we would knock on doors, teach in the streets, teach the bus stops, and just try to share the word. So I did that for 2 years. Loved it. I went out when I was 19. Great learning experience, great experience to beat on your own. Rated X for bad acting. But yeah, that's what I did. And so what happens is you save up, or your parents, in my case, my parents, they pay monthly a certain amount to the church, and then the church covers the rest of the tab so that you can live out there and survive. No, not Jehovah's Witness. That's different. Sometimes we're called Mormons. But it's Mormon's not the name of the church. That's what people call us. Let's see. John Kreese is my favorite sensei of all time. That's awesome. He's a bad man. Martin Cove, good actor, really good actor. Did not love his performance in Karate Kid 3, but I didn't like anything really from Karate Kid 3. I hate that movie. Shouldn't be part of the series. The Raid Redemption is an absolutely cracking martial arts movie. Cool. I'll have to check it out. Nick, good news. Pont is on the nets to bat. Hope he can bat tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that's because Saha was just a sub, huh? Wow, Hinduism had no missionaries, no conversion, all devotion. Nice. Where did you serve? I like that way of asking it. I served in Florida. I grew up in California. And I left from there and I served in the Tampa, Florida mission. That's the southwestern part of Florida. As a kid, I always thought Florida was this cool tropical place. It'd be so awesome. I didn't know about humidity. Oh my gosh, humidity in full force. Bugs, but a lot of green. A lot of green. I meant the documentary from where you did a reaction to Dean Jones' innings in India. Oh, okay. Did you manage to watch the rest of that? It's a good documentary. No, I didn't even look to see if the rest of the documentary was available. I'm sure it is online. What we saw, what we reacted to was just the video that we saw that was requested. Or not requested. Maybe it was. Or I found on Dean Jones. I did not see the rest of the documentary, though. I know what you're talking about now with Alan Border talking and everything. I got you, Jihan. Yeah, I'll check that out, though. No, sir, to Jadeja. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. Look at Pukowski with the flowing locks. Making me jealous. They say Gary like 10 times every time he bowls. Every over 10 times. Yeah, humidity's tough. The GABA in Brisbane is a steam bath. Yeah, humidity. Humidity's crazy. It's like 100% humidity in Florida. Almost all parts of the year. It's 9 o'clock at night and you're outside sweating and you're sticky and hot. Come on. Come on. Yes, boundary. Boundary. Rohit, 50. Half century for Rohit Sharma, the hitman. Ba-na-na-na. Yeah, but anyways, in humid places, you wake up, you go take a shower, you dry off, you come out of the bathroom, and you're all soaked again because of humidity. Yeah, Alan Border would have forced Jadeja to bowl. Spirit of Cricket. I keep hearing about that one. Okay. Spirit of Cricket. Yeah, they would have had a much better first innings. This would have been a much more interesting match for sure. If these guys and their Garys, if they would have gotten to 340, which is a big ask, but if they would have gotten to 340, imagine that they were just chasing 215 with 1 wicket is all, 9 wickets in hand. That would have been a much different story. No more runouts. How dare you, Jihan? Yeah, footwork's good. Yeah, you're right. Keeps that foot behind the crease. The one that he likes, he feels good about, he moves forward on the pitch. Excellent. Thank you, AJ. Yes. You've been paying attention to Sion. Very good. If Jody saw Bukowski, she wanted to get a haircut. Absolutely. Yes, we need to finish the Ashes 2005. But we have done so far. 3 of them. We need 2 more. 2 more days in it. Or 2 more matches to discuss. Good call. Good call, Shittarajan. They would have continued to bat. So you're right. Stop ruining my hypothetical game. How dare you? Yeah. Is that pain every time? Nice, yeah. Uh-oh. See, I don't understand why Sharma's taking those shots when you have that at risk. It's so risky. Nice catch by Stark in the shadows there. I don't like it on that ball. Why is he getting so aggressive on that ball? I mean, obviously, if there's not a bowler or there's not a fielder right there, then it's probably a 6, but it sucks. Cummins again. Yeah, only 2 test matches ever been tied before at Australia. Yeah, night watchman time. That one hurts. Rahani's coming out. That one hurts. Oh, that one hurts. Threw it away. That's his shot. He always plays it. Oh, then they knew about it. That sucks, Rohit Sharma. Can't let that happen. Can't let that happen. All right, ladies and gents. With that, heart is crushed. I'm gonna have to leave at this point. I was trying to get on to watch Australia bat. I'm not trying to be so India one-sided, but we were watching Mrs. Doubtfire with the kids. Great family movie. Love that movie. I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Thank you so much for joining me. It is definitely over. Australia, I'm gonna give you the early congratulations right now. Good on you. This is your match. We'll see what happens in match 4. I will not be on here tomorrow, Sunday. I won't stream on Sunday, but thank you so much for joining me today and yesterday. I don't know if Gay will be on tomorrow because he works at nighttime, and for us, these matches start as he's driving to work, and they go on the entire time he's working. So there may not be a stream tomorrow from CFA, but thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for sticking around. Australia, congratulations. You got a great squad. And with all that being said, don't forget to check out Boring Reviews and see what reactions we got posted on there for you to check out for your viewing pleasure. Until next time.